With Nio finally having its first green day in what feels like an eternity, we got some more Nio news to come out for you guys. Nio is up about 2.5% at the time of this recording, but hopefully it finishes out the day green. But we're going to kind of talk about more Nio news that keeps coming out just to keep you guys up to date with the company and what they're doing and what's going on. And we're also going to talk about Xpeng because they are no joke. Honestly, like the more I look into Xpeng, the more I'm thinking about maybe starting a position in them. Even though I'm already heavy in EVs, I don't know if I want to. But the things that they are doing is giving me a reason to, and we're going to talk about some of those reasons towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. But first, if you guys aren't subbed to the channel, hit the sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. We're trying to hit 6,000 subs by the end of this month. Let's see if we can do it in this video. It means so much to us if you guys can help us, and if you're not subbed to the channel, just hit that sub button. But without further ado, man, let's just give it some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So Nio is doing some sneaky stuff, man. They just filed a patent, a patent of a drawing that shows that they may be launching the EP9. So the EP9 supercar that they have, they may be launching a convertible version of it. And with the EP9 itself, there's only 6 of those worldwide. And I know like one of them belongs to William Li, one of them belongs to, I believe it's the founder of either Xpeng or Li, and then it's like there's a few other people in China that it belongs to. So there's not a whole lot of them out there, but they may be releasing a convertible version of this, which before the recording Chad was mentioning something about the EF9, which is potentially one of their supercars. Could this be that EF9? It would be that would be something Nio would do, where they would release a convertible version of the same car. It's the EF9.
That would be weird.
Right. I think so too. I don't know if they'll do that. Yeah. But it's a good thought. You know, it's a possibility. Everything's a possibility. But yeah, we got some pictures of it that we want to show you guys. But first, let's talk about it a little bit more. So the patent was filed by Nio, shows a convertible version of the EP9, which, if for those that don't know, is their sports car, their supercar, which again, we said only has 6 available, and it's actually broken like lap records. Yeah. And it's like a really, really fast car. But they said that the only difference between this patent and the EP9 is the fact that it's convertible. Everything else is the same. All the engines, the speed, the way it looks, everything except that it's a convertible. They said that there wasn't any specifications given on this model, so it could be a possibility that it does change. But as of the time of the article that we read, there was no specifications given. But they said the EP9 is equipped with 4 high-performance motors with a total of 1,000 kilowatts and a peak torque of 1480. But it's fast. I know it's one of the fast. I think they said one of the faster production cars out there. Yeah. For electric vehicles as well. But they said the car uses a magazine-type swappable battery system, and it only takes 45 minutes to fully charge in a fast-charging mode with a range of 427 kilometers. Yeah, so if there's any Top Gear fans out there, well, it was actually on the Grand Touring when they went to Amazon, but yeah, one of the guys from there, can't think of his name right now, the short guy, I'm blanking. He actually reviewed the EP9, and he drove it around, and he actually shows how the batteries are swapped. It's just like there's a couple batteries on each side of the vehicle, and they just go on this little, I don't know, kind of dolly looking thing, and they just slide in and out, and you can just pop them in and out real quick, and you're good to go. Dude. Yeah. Well, I know Car and Driver did the same thing as well. Car and Driver reviewed the EP9 as well. So I think it's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and show you guys some of the pictures of the car, at least from the render and what they patented. So this is just the overview of the car. You could see that it's just a convertible version of the EP9. I still think it's a cool looking car. I would love to have one. Right. So William Li, I know you're in our comment section every now and then. If you're in there and you decide to pass one over, we're here for it. Just a side version of the car. It looks a lot like a Lamborghini profile here. That sleek, small, like smashed look. The back end kind of looks the same, but I mean, obviously it's not. But it looks a lot like the new Corvette to me. Right. Well, that too. It just resembles it. I'm not saying it is, but it just resembles it. But yeah, that back end, I like that back end. I like that. Nice and thick. It's a thick boy. That's a thick boy. And then the top, and then clearly the 2 seats, and but that, I believe, is all the pictures that we have. So it's a pretty cool looking car. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think this is the car they're going to announce at Nio Day. They did say that they were going, in one of the articles that we read, they were going to announce a new car by the end of this year. So that gives us hope that there's going to be a new car, towards Nio Day, and that maybe Nio Day is at the end of this year, not beginning of January.
Yep.
So that gives us a little hope there, and I don't think they will announce something like this. Honestly, I'm really hoping that maybe they announce like an EEC. So we got the ET7 coming out. I keep wanting to call it EC. I'm thinking maybe like an ET5, a cheaper version of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
that would be nice to see. Yeah,
I think that would be great for them.
And it was bothering me. The guy's name is Richard Hammond, for anybody out there. It was annoying the heck out of me because I should have known that because I watch it all the time.
But let's go ahead and talk about Xpeng as well, because again, like I said at the beginning of the video, I thought about opening a position in Xpeng because of the stuff that they're doing, and man, they are not disappointing. Honestly, like they're. I don't see how they won't be catching up with potentially catching up with Nio in the future, because the stuff they're doing, man.
So I've talked about it before. I've had Xpeng before, but I sold it because it just blasted off like back in late November last year. But I just recently opened another position that I plan on to hold long. I don't know, mid last week or early last week, I opened it up, and I've been buying, every time it goes down, I just scoop up some more shares. I'm not going to hold a huge position like I do in Nio, but I'm going to definitely be holding a position because they're killing it. So some of the news is that on Friday, Xpeng launched the G3i, which is a facelifted version of the Xpeng G3 SUV. And so this is where it gets spicy, folks. So the price range after subsidies is $23,100, and this is US dollars after the conversion, to $28,720. And
for an SUV.
Right. And the range. So when I hear something, $25,000 for an EV, I kind of think, okay, it's going to have a range of like 150 miles or something, because it's just it makes sense, because everything that's 40,000, has, I don't know, 20 or mid 200s to low 300s or so. But the range starts, there's two different ranges, 285 miles and 323 miles. For like a $23,000 to $28,000 car, that's real good. That's real good.
Really good.
Really good. Yeah. So pre-orders for the new car have been opened, and deliveries are going to start in September this year, actually. And the biggest change to the G3i compared to the G3 is the front design, which the company calls the X robot face. So as you can see, the G3, that's the G3 now, and then the front end, like I said, was changed, and this is this is the G3i. If you look at the next picture, to see how it has the different headlights and stuff, it looks pretty much kind of like their sedan looks, which I think is a better look. Personally, but that's just my opinion. But the model is available in a new cyan color version, and there's more than 40. There's more than 40 different colors to choose from.
Right.
And that's to cater to the preferences of young consumers. So I saw a picture of their car, and it was like a lime green, kind of like a yellowish green color.
It's fantastic looking.
Yeah, like I wouldn't probably buy one now in that color, but like me 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I would definitely be all about that.
Right.
It's
honestly looking at this G3i, to me, this looks so much sleeker, and it just looks, I love the way this looks compared to the G3.
Yeah, so another big difference is the door handles. So the G3, has typical door handles, and then the G3i, it's more kind of like the Tesla style. It's like the flat recessed door handle. So that's another difference. But it supports functions including mobile app virtual key, power tailgate, a multi-function exterior mirrors, pollen filter, for all you people with pollen allergies, a V2L external discharge function, and remote air conditioning controls. So I'm assuming just, before you get in the car, you can obviously turn it down so you don't, get in your car and it's 100 degrees in there. But yeah, they're making a bunch of tech improvements to it, just giving it, like you said, a more sleek design. I like that design more. It just looks more kind of more modern looking, more up to date.
Right.
Personally.
I can 100% agree with that. And it's like that kind of stuff. That's exactly what we've been talking about multiple times in a lot of videos, is the fact that like all these EV manufacturers need to come out with cheaper cars. That $23,000 to $30,000 range is perfect.
Yeah, that's the sweet
20
spot.
to 30 is like, that's probably like the average for most people buying cars, new cars. Like that is like a good price,
and
at least here in the United States.
Yeah, and that it's a SUV, kind of like crossover kind of SUV for that money, and you get, you know, minimum 285 mile range.
Right.
That's what these companies need to be doing. That's awesome.
100% agree. 100%.
So Xpeng out here killing it.
Exactly. Let us know in the comment section below what you guys think about Xpeng. Do you think it's a good looking car? Do you guys have positions in Xpeng? You know, we're going to talk about all these companies more and more as the news comes up, to kind of diversify our topics on this channel. But we hope that you guys enjoy it as well. So let us know in the comment section below what you guys think of Xpeng and where they're headed, and, you know, are they going to keep up with Nio? But that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. So we hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that sub button. Again, we're trying to hit 6,000 subs by the end of this month, so we'll see if we can do it in this one video. Just push it. Just
smash it.
That's all we ask.
Slap it.
Just smash it. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. But again, thank you guys for all of your support. We really do appreciate it. We got links down in the description and in the comment, the first comment of this video, if you guys are interested in any of that stuff as well. We talk about it all the time, so we're not going to shove it down your throat. But again, thank you guys so much for all your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.